What's up, everyone? Jim here from The Quartering, and this is perhaps a hilarious tale. Now, we've heard of a lot of celebrities deciding, hey, we're going to leave the United States because, Donald Trump bad. I'm worried for the safety of of all of my black and brown friends. And then they all move to a country that's actually more white than America, much like Rosie O'Donnell moving to Ireland, and Ellen DeGenerate moving to, I think, the UK, well, although it's probably not more anymore these days. But this is a absolute hilarious backfire for a very large woman who had fled America, claiming that it was oppressive and had an issue with her race. And now she's begging to come back. And look, I know a lot of people are going to say, hey, let's dunk on her, and that's exactly what I'm going to do. But also, there is some humility here I have to give some credit to. Before I get in, we also have, obviously, Rosie O'Donnell considering moving back to America, saying that life in Ireland's really hard. Look, wherever you live, if you live in the UK, you think the UK is the best. If you live in Ireland, you think that, if you live in Canada, I would never begrudge anybody that. I live in America, and I wouldn't want to live anywhere else. These rich celebrities or social justice weirdos seem to buy into this. We have 10 million illegals flooding over our border every year because America's so bad. But let's get into this woman's video and react to it. Also, huge shout out, Coffee Brand Coffee Mother's Day gift box is now 10 on sale. You get $10 off today on Amazon. You just clip the coupon when you go to the page. I'm going to leave a link in the description. Mother's Day's next weekend, so don't delay. Pick yours up today. Black woman who fled racist America for Africa desperately wants to return. Let's see.
But y'all, I'd rather go back to America and deal with the racism in America.
What is that exactly? The fact that you as a black woman are at the front line of every job application in this country, at the front line of every college application in this country, at the front line for nearly every single promotion in Fortune 500 companies. Did you know that black women are among the most, if not the most educated, they get into college, even though their scores are test lower, they get scholarships. They have every conceivable advantage in the world.
Before I sit here in Africa and deal with the bullshit bribery, the bullshit fraud, the bullshit scams, the bullshit too expensive.
Wait, wait. So she moves to Africa and says there's fraud, scams. I don't remember what the third one is, and now she says it's too expensive. You live in Africa. What are you talking about? It's too expensive.
The bullshit not having no snacks. The bullshit.
No snacks? They don't have Teddy Grahams in Africa. So in exchange for Teddy Grahams, she will deal with what she's referred to as racism in America. It must not be that difficult if somebody who's clearly obese is willing to deal with it in exchange for a cheesy gordita crunch from Taco Bell.
Not having no food, the bullshit electricity, the bullshit hot water, the bullshit what's that shit called that be coming down?
Rain?
The bullshit animals and scorpions outside the house. It's big.
It sounds like her husband or boyfriend or whatever, another guy in the room, also saying, I want, there's lizards, spiders, no Teddy Grahams, no Take Fives.
Spiders, it's big ass lizards, colorful lizards you ain't never seen before, all in the fucking room with you, sleeping with you.
Oh my God. First of all of those things basically exist in America. It sounds like she was living in, I don't know, Chicago or some, place in the Midwest, inner city, where you might have to deal with cockroaches, but you're not going to see a lot of scorpions or, huntsman spiders.
All the bullshit people trying to scam you when you go outside thinking you rich So they trying to get more money off of you. I'm really trying to wrap my head around this shit. I'm really trying to wrap my head around how
You know what? Credit, by the way, credit to her for moving back to Africa, because a lot of people always say that kind of nonsense. Like, oh, Trump is so bad, I'm going to move back to Africa. America's so bad, I'm going to move back to Africa. And then a lot of people are always like, yeah, you should do that. Go do that. At least she did it. And she's providing this grade A entertainment. Have you left a like on the video yet? I hope you do.
Americans coming to Africa and being happy. Please comment down below. Because for me, I'm ready to go. And I always used to say, if it's up to me, it will be. And I'm going to go out to Africa and make shit happen. No, I don't want to. I want to take my businesses back to America. I want to open up shop back in America.
She experienced a tiny bit of, resistance. A tiny bit of, life is a little bit different in Africa than it was in America. She's like, I want to come back.
My dentist office and all the stuff that I was going to do out here in America.
She's a dentist? Okay.
Steady electricity. And the only time our electricity get cut off is when we don't pay the bill. And we got it so good now, we got prepaid electricity. So if we forget to pay the bill, we put some money on that prepaid thing and it comes right back on in 2 minutes. In less than 2 minutes. This shit right here didn't come on for 14 hours yesterday. I can't deal. I love the people. Don't get me wrong when I'm outside.
What are you talking about? You just said they're trying to scam you and rip you off and bribe you all the time. Or make you bribe them. You don't like the people. Don't. Listen, lady. Don't back off now. Those people that are bribing you are the people. So don't front now. You don't like anything about being in Africa. Just admit it.
I'm having fun. I love people. But when I come back to reality, when you come back home, home is where the heart is, right? When you come back home, you're supposed to feel comfortable. You're supposed to be happy. I'm not happy. To live in a house where you look outside and all you see is turkeys and ducks and chickens and sheep.
That sounds actually awesome. That actually sounds unironically awesome.
And old malnourished cows.
Malnourished cows. She finishes with the malnourished cows. A lot of the comments says, let her come back. She understands why America is better now. We need to have people have this experience, come back and share it. Yeah, I mean, I actually kind of agree with that. Does she just claim she has a dental practice? That seems unlikely. Do not believe this woman. If black folks move to Africa, which has a geography compatible with their DNA, it will actually wake up their superior genes. Nations in Africa will be the strongest in the world once black people start moving there. Let me tell you who are the most racist people towards blacks: Asians, Arabs, Indians, Mexicans, other black people, and then white people. She neglected to mention that everything is tribal in Africa, and that if you're not part of an established clan there, you're not going to be treated well, regardless of your skin color. They have been back to Africa movements from the US before, and they've all ended badly. Yeah, I mean, that does not surprise me even in the slightest. When you're living in the lap of luxury, even the poorest black people in America are richer than the rest of the black people in the world. Black folks in America are the richest on the planet. That's a fact. You can look that up. I mean, even the ones who, even black folks who are impoverished have more wealth than blacks anywhere else in the world. Now, there may be a specific little example or whatever, but I mean, it's really the snacks. The rest are minor inconveniences, but she needs the snacks. Bush meat is not a good alternative. Now they're putting her on Wakanda. People are laughing. Look, no backsies. Sorry. Look, I'm happy for her to come back. Because she's going to be around there spreading from the rooftops, saying, hey, you know what? Maybe it ain't so bad here. But I do think it's pretty hilarious that she basically invented this racism and all these other things. She goes to another country, the power goes out for a few hours, and she makes a video talking about how terrible the country is. She's like, oh, all that happened before is if I didn't pay the bill, I would, my power would still come back on. Now there's rolling blackouts. On top of that, Rosie, now considering moving back to the US, says life in Ireland is hard. I have not found any article to back up this infographic that seems to be going around the internet. But people like Rosie O'Donnell, people like Ellen DeGeneres, they always seem to move to countries that are more white. I do think that that's pretty curious for folks that are so woke and so pro-immigration and so pro-diversity. They always end up moving to countries that are just significantly more white. But, you know, that's not exactly surprising to me. Rosie O'Donnell moved to Ireland for basically an extended vacation. She will be back in America almost certainly very soon. She'll be spreading the same narrative, saying that like, oh, well, I came back to fight the power. I came back to fight Trump. You know, I can't let Trump win, so I moved back. But the real reason she moved back is because she missed all the great things that she had here in America. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you leave a like on it. If you haven't yet, please subscribe or follow down below. We'll talk to you again real soon.